So, I went to court, and what happened? I wasn't expecting it to happen. I've been trying to fight for my house for several years, and I went to court. As I read the letter in the other video, with just a made-up mind, just cut the three-car garage, which I own, and the den. Just cut it, demolish it, leave my lot the fuck alone, right? And so I'm just, that's what I planned on doing. So I threw me some jeans on, some thigh-high boots, and just gonna go into the judge's chamber and drop that letter off, which I did. I could tell it was unusual, because the way the lady was, she was like, I said, I just want to leave this here. I want it to be known or recorded that I did show up for court, and I can't put my job in jeopardy. And I only said that because my job's giving me a hard time. You got to be back on the phone at 11:30. We're only giving you 2 hours, and in that 2 hours, that includes your lunch. What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, so I number one, I hate to ask anybody for anything. I hate to ask anybody to do anything for me. I hate to ask for money. I hate to be indebted to anyone. I honestly do. That's just not my nature. Because I found out motherfuckers turn on you, say one thing and turn on you. So, but anyway. And I could tell that it was unusual that I done busted up in the office, the judge's chambers, And so I told the lady, I said, I just need for you to just make sure this gets to the judge. I said, and just, I want it to be recorded that I did show up. My job, and then as I was walking out, she kind of like, okay, okay, like, in other words, that okay, I read all off into that. It's not that this is improper, but okay, And as I was walking out, I turned around, I said, I just can't put my job in jeopardy over this, like that. But anyway, when I was standing there in front of her, I told her, I said, I actually own the whole fucking house. Let me just get that clear. But it's just complicated. And I've explained that in other videos with my ex-brother-in-law and my husband, who has gone on. He's deceased. But anyway, honey, oh my God. She said, just go. Okay, I understand. When I walked out and turned around and said, I just can't put my job in. I understand. I understand. Like that. And then just have a seat in the back of the court. And I went in there and I sat down, right? So when I go in, it's just two people, a man, a white man, and a woman, right? So I'm saying to myself, because over there, I guess that's what the attorney said. And I'm in the back of the court. It's just us three, And then the black lady walked in, the stenographer. And so I'm thinking, well, where is Brian? And then I looked over there and I'm like, what the fuck? I said, Brian? And then he looked, I said, you saw me come in. You didn't even speak. So just by me saying it like that, it's like we know each other, but we really don't. But I have been emailing him my offers, and he has been responding. And when I do call, I speak with Brian, Anyway, he came over there, and he handed me this big-ass notebook, about that thick. So those are his exhibitions. So, like, as if he's saying, bitch, you going down today, I said, what is this? And he said, well, this is for you. And here I am with my little letter. Oh, my God. 9:30. 10 o'clock. Judge ain't come in. My mother texted me, well, what's going on? I said, were you in, have David show up? No, ma'am. No, ma'am. But I got to be to work at 11:30. So it's 10:10. The judge still hadn't came in. And then I think about 10:20, somewhere in there. Maybe 10:15, the judge walks in, we stands up and all of that. And so he allows the plaintiff. Then here goes Brian, stands up there. And I'm trying to hear, but I have a hearing deficit. So and I hear him saying something about the lot. And we're just here today to try to figure out, about the lot. Because the reason why hold on. I didn't want the notebook because I'm not on the note. All right. And so I don't need to know anything you got in there. But anyway, I took it. And so I'm listening to him. And so he said that's the reason why we're here today, to determine what to do with these two lot situations. Well, I didn't know that, you know. As a matter of fact, I didn't know I was going to be on trial. And then the judge said, Miss Littlejohn, you can come up. And I'm like, so do I come up and sit on this last bench? No, I came all the way around and sat at the table up near the judge. And when Brian got done, the judge looked at me. He said, well, Miss Littlejohn, I see that you don't have representation. I'm will try to be as gentle as I can, but I have to treat you as if you did. I understand, Your Honor. You know. And so, again, I'm not knowing what's getting ready to transpire. And he's like, so will you come up and testify? Oh my God. If I had any inkling that I was going to have, man, I'd have been practicing my words and everything, but I had no clue. I didn't even know, number one, actually what was going to go on. Certainly didn't know it was a trial. No clue. Because, honey, I would have been practicing my words, practicing my presentation. I certainly would not have had some jeans and high-thigh boots on. And so I got up on the stand. You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Yes, I do, Your Honor. I just kept calling him Your Honor. And so he said, so tell me what's going on. Well, Your Honor, I said, Your Honor, Your Honor, and basically I said a lot. It was so much, even though I didn't get a chance to practice, because I am the sole person that has an interest in this. I could talk about it. And so in the course of all that I was saying, I told him, I said, I hired an attorney. I paid her $5,000. She quit abruptly. The reason why I don't have an attorney today is because I was given a week. I didn't want to say you gave me. I said I was given a week to come up with the pretrial. That was right at Christmas. I didn't have money to retain an attorney. So I did the pretrial conference myself. So everything that was said on him, on his side, what he had presented to me, I just responded to all of it. I mean, you know, it's just like you just present what you have, right? Typed it up, did all of that. When he responded, when he gave it back to me on everything, he said, no exhibit provided, no exhibit provided, no exhibit provided. So obviously, even though I did provide exhibit, I numbered them and everything, it wasn't legal or some type of shit like that. And so that's what I told the judge. I said, I responded, Your Honor, I did it myself. And I said, but after Christmas, I tried to get an attorney then because I had came up with some money, but no attorney would take it. I literally went in. I had meetings with a couple of attorneys, a couple of them on the phone. They wouldn't take it because of the complexity of the situation. And Your Honor, he's like, okay. And then I told him, I said, what I asked and had been talking to Brian about is just dividing the lots, splitting the house. Just give me my lot. I offered to sell it for $15,000, and then they could have it and do their little foreclosure. And I said, because Your Honor, I mentioned the $5,000 and the attorneys, and then I said, Your Honor, I have been trying my best to do everything that I can to keep my home. And I said, I lost my ex-husband last year. I lost my dad last year. I said, and then to get this back, saying it's all wrong and not being able to secure it. And then the tears. I think the tears came and I didn't expect that either, but I'm so mushy anyway. And so when the tears started coming, I just stopped and done like this. Because I have. If you've been following my videos, I got my office redid. I pulled up the carpet. I was getting ready to renovate my shit. That's kind of like my dream home. It needs a lot of work, but I was just going to do it room by room, get the plumbing done, get the foundation, just fix it up. And I said, Your Honor, I'm tired. I'm just tired, like that. And you know what? This is the part I didn't expect. I stood up when I was done with my testimony. And then he started asking me some more questions. So I sat back down and started talking some more. And then I went back out there to my place. When I went back out there to my place, then Brian gets up and he's talking. And then so he handed the judge something, but I heard him say something. I heard the word lien, and I heard him say something about my lot. And then I said, the judge stood up and I said, Your Honor, I said, I'm sorry. What did he say about my lot? And, well, he's wanting to put a lien on it, and he gave me the law for me to look over it. I have to look over it and make my determination. And I looked at the judge. I said, Your Honor, I said, while you're looking at the law, I said, please don't allow him to put a lien on my property. And, the judge said, I need for you to give me something that will help me make this determination. I'll give you 5 days. So I'm kind of reading it as, get your shit together. Those exhibits that you turned in, bring that shit. So that's my to-do today. I was in court yesterday, and I'm going to go and have a nice presentation, and I'm going back into the judge's chambers, and I'm just going to tell them what I have to tell them. And I mean, this has just gone from investor to investor to investor to investor. Everybody just want to take it. And what they're going to ultimately end up doing is just demolishing the whole thing and having the lots for sale. When the judge walked out, Brian walked over to me and kind of leaned up and said, we'll give you $1,500. The lady, the stenographer, was still there, so she heard him. Or he didn't expect me to respond or to make sure she heard. I said, huh? I said, how? And then I walked over to him and the chick. How are you going to offer me $1,500? I said, that's not even the assessed value for the land by itself, but it has a structure. How are you going to do that? I mean, it was like such an insult. Such an insult. And so she heard. Anyway, that's my to-do today. I'll let you know what happened.